I have been in every residential dining center. I have been in every residential dining center since 1990. This is my 7th presidential campaign to be involved in. And so therefore, I come with the richness of history of what has happened. And I'm always on the lookout for indicators, risk indicators that would actually portend some risk for the country. We were there with Kriegler. I was part of the Kriegler Commission, part of the team that was helping them. And we have come along with this country. So I find this case of Governor Mwangi Wa Iria very disturbing on 2 grounds. First of all, on the issue of openness, on the issue of full disclosure, on the issue of materiality, that somebody can be told you are not compliant and they are not given reasons where they are not compliant. I find that very, very, very strange, and today it is going to happen to Mwangi Wa Iria. But for me, it's a very welcome thing that is happening now, because it's a sign of where we are going into in the next 70 days. And that now, other candidates, when they didn't comply, my good friend Kalonzo Musyoka had a letter written to him, even when he was abroad, even extending time beyond the statutory timelines that were there. Every other person was given a chance to go and fix this. So Governor Wa Iria, not only was he not given a chance to fix, but even he didn't even know what to fix, because he has not been told what is in breach of. So I find that very, very, very worrying. And the second point, which is even more worrying than the first, if you are an MCA or a constituency MP, you have got a returning officer at the constituency level. And you know, it has been happening since yesterday. Every other person has been going to your returning officer, and you have a meeting with your returning officer and solving the issues. For us, in the county elections, senators, women reps, for the last 2 days, they have been, presenting their papers, and they have had access to the returning officers. And for us governors, in the next few days, we'll also have our access. Now, the constitution is very clear that the returning officer for presidential elections is the chairman of IEBC, Wafula Chebukati. So I find it very strange that not only has Governor Iria not been told what is in breach of, but he actually has been denied access to the returning officer. It's like you're in court and you don't have access to a judge. Then what court is there? So these monkey games that Chebukati is playing are not acceptable at all. And there's one man here, there's one evil man here called Crispin Owie, the director legal, who is giving Wafula Chebukati very bad advice, who seem to think that every matter they need to go through what they are calling a quasi-judicial process. Yeah? This is a man who I pointed it out before when we are here on some disciplinary issues, who always gives this commission very bad advice, and he seems hell-bent to achieve a certain political objective. He's not doing legal work, he's doing political work on behalf of some quotas out there. And we won't call him out early enough, because if he is not stopped at this juncture, he's going to continue misadvising the commission and leading this country into very bad things. As it stands now, I think, as Kriegler said, if you don't fix these early signs of problematic elections, 2007 will be a picnic.
Thank you very much. I want first of all to take this opportunity to thank Moses. Moses is a long-standing friend of mine, and I like him because he understands issues from a very broad perspective. And why I also like Moses is because when there are issues, he comes out also. As a friend, he comes out. Now he had that have issues, and when he had how the issues are going and he has own small intelligence network, he realized that something wrong was happening. I want to now say that when today some 2 candidates faced Chebukati. One of the candidates was told, you are not compliant, but this is your level of non-compliance, and we are giving you up to second. We've just gotten a breaking news item. He was given up to second. Me, I'm not given an opportunity even to face him. First of all, they're not telling me what I'm not. They said, you are not compliant. You must specify, I'm not compliant on what. Other people, when they are not compliant, they actually called, they are discussed with, like Kalonzo, and there is even no process. And then they are told you are compliant. Others are invited formally from yesterday, and they are told their levels of non-compliance, and they are all given time. Me, Wafula Chebukati has taken off. I spent the whole day yesterday waiting for him. Whole day. I left that place at about 11 o'clock at night. He was actually whisked away. Today, when I went, I found gates closed. The only people I would discuss with were police officers. So, as Moses says, my returning officer is now a corporal. A police officer is acting on behalf. I was actually getting communication from police officers. Not even an official from IEBC. Police officers ndio wanakuja, wanatumwa. When we are here, the message is coming from me about Chebukati from a police officer. Is Chebukati part of police system? He's abdicating his duties. As Moses says, if I cannot meet my returning officer, who else am I supposed to meet? Even a letter, he wrote a letter and backdated it. Fortunately, he emailed it to me. So the emailing time is indicated clearly from the system. But he had backdated the letter. If we start doing this monkey business today, and we can see how hotly contested this race is, what is expected of Kenya? I am telling you, Wabukati will burn this nation. And keep my word. The race is tight. When you start playing monkey business, when the race is too tight, you are actually fueling an explosion. Of course, he didn't want to meet me, and they can't specify what the issue is, because I would ask them only two questions. Why did you receive my documents? And then you did make me a joint custodian of the documents if you thought that you were to be verified later. Number two, they know that if they ask anything about signatures, I would seek to know from them. The sample signatures, the sample signatures which they have, which they are comparing, which they don't have. I would also ask them which voters register they are using. Because they are using the voters register which was used in 2017. Told Kenyans that the other one is not ready, it will be ready on 9th. So, what they are doing, they are conducting a fraud, and they are using it to deal with people. And I want to tell contestants down there, even Akina Moses, they should watch out.
Yes.
Moses, I want to warn you.
Yes.
You should watch out. Because what they are doing, they are profiling and targeting. They know who they need to work on. They know who to welcome there and who not to welcome. Wengine hata they are being attended at home by IEBC. Kalonzo Musyoka is a lucky boy. Anapigiwa kutoka Ulaya akuja arekebishe. Wakati huo Mwangi Wa Iria amekaa huko nje hataki kuonekana. They even don't want to disclose the issue so that I'm time bad. I have told them that they have no choice. On this one, I'm not letting go. And I told them clearly that if I don't contest, I will be in the race, but as Usawa resistance movement leader. I told them clearly. Because all what I want to do is to serve. So if they don't do it, I am launching a resistance movement under the Usawa banner. My vehicles will be rebranded into that resistance movement. I will recruit members, not with authority of Chebukati. Those IDs will not be checked by Chebukati. I will not be interviewed by Chebukati. We shall recruit Kenyans because we need change. And I've realized now that when some people who are fighting for reforms got comfortable because they were accommodated, they don't care now what's happening. Laila Odinga, and I want to be very open here, the level of injustice which is taking place, if it was taking place when he was on the other side, he would be making noise here. He would have been here. But now because he's comfortable, he was taken care of, he doesn't, his papers will just go through. So we now want a new generation of liberators. And Moses, we are not going to miss this opportunity. Going forward, we can't miss this opportunity because we shall be condemned by generations. We must redeem our people because those people who used to redeem are now singing the tune. And we have to be very, very, very serious about this. Sisi hakuna mtu tunaogopa. Hii Kenya ni ya kila mtu. We are not tenants here. Chebukati cannot decide who will be the president of Kenya. No, he can't decide. The decision will be made by Wajiko, and the date and the day is set. And the minimum requirements, even for contesting, are known, even for a governor. For Katiba, it is known if Moses wanted to become the governor of Kiambu, the minimum was actually even put for Katiba. We are not disputing. Me, have given them everything. Wanaenda, hizo signatures wanauza. I hear one signature is costing 50 shillings because the signatures are not, they're not trademarked to me. They're just signatures. It's just a box of signatures. So anybody who wanted to top up, anauziwa za Wa Iria 1,000 and up to 50,000. Me, I'm doing the donkey work of going out, and then clerks there actually selling out our signatures. If they thought that they wanted to protect that process because they wanted to have it loose, they would have had a security system such that if it is the soft version, it is protected. It's read only. It's an open thing. Anybody will get in there and mess with it. If it is the issue of signatures, when you receive, then you would have put them somewhere in a container the way exams are done, and then we seal, and then we shall open jointly. But you cannot accept my signatures. You run through them for 6 hours, then after 7 days you start writing a generator. Na hiyo signature, as I said, zingine umeenda choo nazo, zingine umeuza. I have no control. We have no control. We cannot manage such an electoral system. And this is deliberate. They want to leave things loose so that there will be issues. I want to settle this issue now, because if I don't settle it now, it will be part of the presidential petition matter.
But let me add something. For you guys in the media, I think media is complicit in this issue. Because you have lowered the bar for these people. Or do you want to raise questions when the country is burning? Yeah? You know, you should ask questions now. Why is Chebukati not being subjected to a daily press conference? So that all these issues can be able to come out. Yeah? You guys in the media, don't start covering stories when the country is burning, because this country will burn.